Ladies and gentlemen, inductee Lyle Darnell. Here he is as an 8-year-old third grader. From an early age, he had a love for fishing and then football. His father was a part-time commercial fisherman, and fishing the Tennessee River with his dad was always special.
I remember one night, I was about 13 or 14 years old. Dad said, we got one out here big as a whale. And he came back in and got me, and we went out, and it wasn't that big. It was about a 50 or 60 pound cat, but it was a big fish at night out there in that water.
Coach Lyle Darnell has been a winner on the football field from Arab in 1950 to Boaz in 2003. The 1952 Arab High School offensive starters, left to right across that line: Travis Barnard, Jesse Stone, Jerry Coleman, the center Gwen Mitchell, next Delano Isom, Robert Ballou, and Wilburn Thomas. Left to right in the backfield, Doug Taylor, Bob Hawkins at quarterback, the fullback Thomas Eddy, and number 25 at left halfback, Lyle Darnell. As an Arab player, he received all county honors in 4 sports in both his junior and senior years. The Arabian Night basketball team, 1952, first row, Tom B. Meharg, the coach. Number 21, Douglas Taylor. Number 29, Bob Hawkins. 23, Wilburn Thomas. 25, Radford Cox. Jerry Coleman, manager. Lyle Darnell, number 22. Max Hyatt, 28. Donald Wright, 20. Jack Reynolds, 27. On the second row in warm-ups, left to right, Terry Ogletree, Junior Smallwood, Mickey Jones, Claude Small, Billy King, Max Cox, Buddy Embry, Travis Tidmore, M.F. Dodd, Buddy Lands, and William Bill Propes. The volunteer assistant coach directed the offense of the 2003 Boaz Pirates to the greatest statistics in school history and the first 11-game winning team in Marshall County history.
Coach Darnell is sending in a play with Brent Greer.
Here is the coach with Boaz quarterback A.J. Milwee. Darnell retired from head coaching in 1990, but has remained close to his favorite sport by volunteering with youth, junior high, and high school teams. Lyle Kenneth Darnell served as a head coach for 28 years, during which time he amassed a career record of 204 victories, 86 defeats, and 4 losses. Darnell played football and baseball for the Jacksonville State Gamecocks.
Even though Lyle Darnell got a scholarship to play football at a junior college in Decatur, Mississippi, he could still be classified as a walk-on.
I remember I hitchhiked 300 miles to Decatur, Mississippi. Rode a bus part of the way, and then the bus didn't, it's so far back in the country down there then that from Meridian, Mississippi, I had to ride a bus from Meridian on into, I had to hitchhike in from there.
Darnell then transferred to JSU in 1954, where he got to undergo one of those famous college initiations.
They painted us up. And, all we had on was a bathing suit and had our head shaved. And they carried me way back in there, White Plains, somewhere back in there. I'll never forget, we went up to a house to try to call, and we got the door slammed in our face because they thought it was, idiots out there, clowns or something, with paint running everywhere and us with a bathing suit on.
Meanwhile, Darnell got a chance to coach several outstanding quarterbacks like David Gullidge of Pell City and Ed Lett of Glencoe.
Oh, well, I stayed on Ed so much, bless his heart. I told him, but I always told my kids, now the more I stay on you, the more I love you. And Ed always, I remember one day after practice, he said, Coach, you sure do love me a lot, because you sure stay on me a lot.
Darnell won over 250 games as a head coach, and this past spring, he was inducted into the State High School Hall of Fame.
I was just kind of in awe being down there with seeing all those other great coaches that was on the wall there. It was a great feeling, and my mother and daddy got to come, and as I said, they 81 and 80, and that was...
What was that like?
To me, that was one of the great things about the whole thing, that they got to see it.
Head coaching stops for Darnell were Hanceville, Thompson, Glencoe, Scottsboro, Etowah, and Pell City. The glory years of his career were at Glencoe with a 97, 26, and 2 record and the following honors: 1973 State and National Coach of the Year following a 13-0 state championship season. 10 Etowah County championships in 12 seasons, 6 Etowah County Coach of the Year selections in 12 years, and the coach of the all-time Etowah County team as selected in a 1998 survey of fans by the Gadsden Times. The coaches with his Glencoe assistants left to right Jeff Milwee, Mo Smith, and Alton Yancey. Coach Milwee is the father of the Boaz quarterback A.J. Milwee that led the Pirates to the outstanding season in 2003. The Alabama High School Hall of Fame and All-Star coach was named the State Coach of the Year in 1980 at Scottsboro and 1986 at Pell City. This is the coach at Scottsboro the night he had picked up his 200th coaching victory. Here is the coach with quarterback Jeff Davis from the 1973 state championship game at Florala. Darnell has at least 60 former players that went on to play college sports, including Ed Lett, an All-American at Jacksonville State, David Gullidge, 1989 Guff South Conference Player of the Year at Jack State, and Jeff Davis at Ole Miss. Former players Vince Hall and David Gullidge made it to the NFL. Coach Grandpa and his grandchildren, Bryant and Natalie. Lyle Darnell represents over a half-century of playing and coaching. Under the Shade Tree with Lou in 1999. Ladies and gentlemen, inductee Lyle Darnell.